Alright, bitches, so we're back for more Shining Force 3. Alright, so the main thing I gotta mention that I'm very agitated with is I tried 50 fucking times to get a damn Apollo pin for Median, and for whatever reason, it just wasn't spinning out for me. So I just put the small mithril away, and I'll try later after I play around in the Heroes test a little bit. I made a couple of changes. I moved that crystal rod over to Synthesis. I gave our girl Hazuki a power ring again, and David has the running ring. So what we're going to do today is we're going to hop into the Heroes test. I'm going to do it in a similar format that I did in Scenario 1, which is where we'll go up to the final battle of the Heroes test, the boss. Then at that point, I'll egress out and I'll go off screen. I'll probably grind all of our actual characters in our main party. Probably like to 25, 27-ish, I think will be good. And then after that, I'll begin working on the backup party. And I'll bring you guys back for some of that so we can look at some characters for the first time. You know, like Penko or Pappets, for example. And then after that, you know, get anyone that... Well, the only character that needs to be promoted is Penko. You know, get her promoted, finish some shit up, and then we'll come back for the boss of the Heroes test. And then, of course, we just still have the final series of battles after that, which is a very similar format to how Scenario 1 ended. Actually, it's exactly the same. There is one minor difference, but alright. So let's just talk to everyone real quick, and then we'll hop into the Heroes test. Emperor agreed and added his... Well, yeah, that's what happened, Grantak. Thank you. Must help the people of Aspia. I agree. That sure is a rare event. That's true. We haven't seen Domeric down here at all besides that, right? David will be the leader of the 2nd Battalion. Yeah, so... I'm not going to talk too much about that final battle until we actually get into it, but yes, David will be the leader of the 2nd Battalion. Oh, okay. Fought a similar tank. Yeah, okay. This one can be destroyed easily. Alright, well, can you tell us more about your battle? Besides, I think we'll be okay this time? Great, awesome. Oh, shit! Arthur trying to get that paladin dick going for Waltz. Okay, I see you. Oh, hey, don't worry, Arthur. Once our grinding is done and you are 10 times better with those huge stat boosts, Waltz will be ready for that centaur dick. Don't you worry about that. Okay, yep, Lord. I will repay the kindness Lord Symbio showed me by invading the Republic and fighting him. That will show him. Or if he had another purpose. Oh, I'm sure he had some evil ulterior motive. That would not be surprising at all. Okay, so Hedva wants to be in the tank with David. We'll see about that, Hedva, okay? I'm not sure who's going in what party yet. I will... Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. David, yes. David will absolutely meet our expectations. I have no doubts about that. David is a fucking beast. What will you get at? That's a good question, Zero. Ooh, I like that line of thinking, Hazuki. Unfortunately, though, we don't have the opportunity to just assassinate him. Alright, so Rock doesn't know which one he's going to join. Rock will probably be in the 1st Battalion. We'll see. Yep, David will be a great leader, of course. Duh. Aaron's crimes look like not. Well, no, I don't think I'd agree with that. They're both just as equally evil. Alright, so let's see what our girl Penko has to say. Queen! Killer Queen! Yes, Penko! That is what I'm talking about. Another one bites the dust. Oh, yeah, okay, I'm gonna get into Penko's abilities. Wait, Penko. I'm gonna get into Pappet's abilities once we're working on the backup force. Yeah, he also explains about the Heroes test here. Because, again, Pappet's monsters he kills will actually, like, I think you get 3, and they'll join the 2nd team that goes inside of the tank. We'll play around with that. Oh, what's that, chicken? Final Fantasy 15 Game of the Year, 10 out of 10, must buy. Chicken, I must agree. Okay, you know what? That chicken is pretty damn clever. You know what? I'm gonna miss that chicken in Scenario 3. I'm also gonna miss calling Median Symbios every 5 minutes. But don't worry, I will be calling Julian Symbios, I'm sure, for the entire first half of the playthrough. I think someone commented and they're like, yeah, you're just gonna end up calling Julian Median for the first half. And I was thinking about it, I was like, yeah, that's possible, but what I'm probably gonna fuck up and do is just keep calling Julian Symbios. I'm just gonna call everyone Symbios forever. That's how it's gonna go. Yeah, so we're done with those ruins. Let's go this way and up her. And we got this door right here, and let's go ahead and jump on in. Alright, so now we are on the Heroes test for Scenario 2. Now, the format here is actually a little different than it was in Scenario 1. There's no hidden items in any of these floors, like there, if you guys remember in Scenario 1, there was. Here, okay, yep. Strength and success, result, determination, hard work. I agree, Grand Tack. Good shit. And there's our map. So, I believe we go through 7 floors that are exactly like this, where you'll have one type of enemy that'll appear on each of these platforms right here. For here, it's Skavens, and then you have the one boss enemy. And once you beat that, you move on to the next floor, which looks exactly like this. Now, the 8th floor is where the boss is. Whatever. See, you can't actually reach down there and hit them, which sucks. Now, the one cool thing they did here, I guess I don't really need to move forward, but I do want to kill one, what's it called, Skaven before we move on. The one really big addition, damn, my throat is dry, hold on. I need a drink really bad all of a sudden. Yeah, the one really cool thing that they did, man, that didn't, fuck, what's going on all of a sudden? When you beat the stage, like, let's say, you know, we go through the whole thing, you know, down to the bottom floor, which is what we're gonna do. Zero we can actually send over here. I do wanna just, whatever, fuck it, we'll just blow the zombie away and move on to the next floor. Why not, right? So, when we egress and we come back, we don't actually have to go through these floors again. A staircase actually, yep, here we go. There's like a little staircase that opens up right there, and we only have to move into that at the start of this, you know, floor's battle next time. So that's how you can quickly, like, burn through these really quick and just get to the floor you want to for the grinding. Now, the other reason that this Heroes test is such a better place for grinding than Scenario 1. Enemy leader on each level must be defeated. Yep. We got that, Grand Tack. Thank you. There's a lot more variation of enemies in here than there was in Scenario 1. If you guys remember, there was only, what, 4 floors in the Scenario 1 Heroes test? Well, here, again, there's 8. And we have a much higher class of enemy throughout all of the floors of the Heroes test here than we did in the Scenario 1. So thus, we're able to grind up to much higher levels, whereas really in Scenario 1, it was kind of a struggle just getting past level 16 promoted in the Heroes test, but here there's no limit to how far we can go. Alright, so what do we got now? Oh, we got, hey, the crabs! And the Hellhound, which Zero will still one-shot easily. So yeah, we're just burning through this like nothing. Now, of course, the Scenario 3 Heroes test is an entirely different beast. I was thinking about it, and I was thinking about I'm not going to spoil anything or really go into many details about it, but I was trying to think of the format in which I was going to record the Scenario 3 Heroes test. And if you guys know from my previous, you know, LP walkthroughs, whatever the fuck you want to call it, I like showing everything off, doing 100% completion, yada yada yada. So, I mean, the Scenario 3 Heroes test, it wouldn't surprise me if it ended up being like 20 videos long, because, let's just say there's a lot of things to do at the end of Scenario 3. That's an easy way to put it. Alright, so now we're on to Harpies. 3478. Alright, so Zero is not going to be able to one-shot one of those Harpies? I don't think, unless he got a crit. Yeah, that's the one thing is, had I gone with swords for Zero, Zero would do a lot more damage, but his defense is a lot better with a wing, which again, I've explained many times, I prefer because the Birdmen, of course, are not getting the land effect defense bonus that other characters get. Their strength and success, yep. Grand Attack is absolutely correct. With hard work comes no guaranteed results, but work hard anyway, fucker. All right, Harpy, go ahead and get a crit for me, baby. Yeah, bye. Okay, so I think the next floor... Oh, yeah, okay, there we go. We're actually getting experience now. I think the next floor is where things start to get a little more serious. And I'll actually start doing these floors legit. I mean, there's not really much of a reason for, you know, those previous floors to fuck around too much with the enemies. I mean, they're all just pussies there. Alright, and here, yes, we do. Okay. So, I probably could actually... no. No, it would be a mistake, actually, to just send Zero down there. Because, obviously, a fucking Queen Worm, Hydras. Now, I believe you can actually get, believe it or not, you can get the Queen Worm as a controllable monster with Pappets. There's also Minotaurs that are in the, I think in the next floor, or it might be 2 floors away. But they're another good possibility. Alright, so here we get Hydras. Hydras, of course, are super fucking annoying. But we're not worried. We're Bone Crusher, never scared. Our force is very, very powerful. I probably... Ooh, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have David go right here. And let's go ahead and equip the Silver Spear. And you're probably dead. I might still... Wow, that's a lot of experience. Holy shit. I might still get some, like, different small mithril accessories on a couple of characters. Like, I might not be all the way done. I'm not, honestly, completely sure. Arthur, just go right there. That's fine. Because even... I would say even right now, we are easily strong enough for all of the battles that are awaiting us throughout Scenario 2 here. Alright, so Acid Breath sucks, but the other Hydra's not going to take David down, even with his lower defense. But grinding like crazy here, it will make life easier later on past Scenario 2, if I can get some of these characters built up a little more. Alright, so the Hydras, they're putting in work right now, but again... I mean, we have Uryudo right there, Hera right there. Wow, so they're just gonna get Acid Breath every single attack, I guess. That's okay. I mean, they need to have their time to shine as well. You know, our Median, Symbios, Julian and the boys, we can't just dominate every single damn fight. We need to have some challenge. Even though Hydras and a Queen Worm are not gonna be what's giving us that challenge. I don't know. Let's build up some friendship with Hubby David, and let's just take this Hydra out. Bye. Damn, Hedva, you are just too fine. The stockings or pantyhose or whatever it is that she's got on, that's a good look, Hedva. That is a... Oh, no MP. Damn. No MP is not a good look. Alright, so Median, you can go ahead and just drop this motherfucker. This will be a one-hitter quitter. Oh, maybe not. Damn. Alright, Synthesis. I actually would kind of like... Oh, yeah, so now we have Tiamat. You know what? Did we ever use Hell Dragon level 2 with Synthesis? I don't remember. So I want to use it right fucking now. I'm just going to use it on 2 of these fuckers right here. So we can build up some... Hell Dragon! I love the way... I'll just forever repeat myself. I love the way in Japanese shows and anime and shit, when they say English words or English phrases, the best. Truly the best. Alright, Hazuki, Hazuki, Hazuki. Let's just have her come over here and take down you. That's fine. Now, as far as weapon levels go for our main force here, if I remember correctly, I believe only Arthur is not maxed out. What about Hera? Is Hera? Yeah, okay, so Hera did just recently get level 3, I believe. And Arthur has, what, level 1 halberds and level 2 spears. So Arthur definitely has a little ways to go. Uryudo. We're not actually going to heal. I'll let Hera do it. Bernard can come down here and say, adios, amigo. Ho ho, 82! That is quite the shot, Bernard. Fuck. Now, even though I plan on grinding like crazy here, it's actually not going to be a long grind at all, because as you guys see, we're just easily just getting, you know, 49 experience every single time we're killing one of these enemies. That this is what it's like in the Heroes test of both Scenario 2 and Scenario 3. It's also like this. So it's really a pleasant grind, as it's just killing enemies. You know, I don't have to do any dumb bullshit like I've had to do in other Shining Forces, you know, Shining Force 2 Battle Royale, that Shining Force 2 mod, where I was using healing items, or Shining Force 2, where I was spamming the fuck out of the Protect Ring and shit, or, you know, even the remake of Shining Force 1, where I was using healing items, or even here, where I was using the damn ring, like, every single, fuck, what's it called? The boots, the Swift Boots, yeah, the Swift Boots. You know, having to do that to level up is, it's just really, it's like, you know how, like, a show like Naruto enters into filler hell? Yeah, well, that's kind of like me, where, like, I enter into grinding hell, and it's just an eternal loop of torture, and torment, and pain, and, you know, you're just sucking in 40 hours into this grind session. That's not what this is going to be like in here, thankfully. I actually am probably just going to do an Aura 1 right here. Why not? Go for it, everyone! Do your best! Yeah, there we go. Oh, okay. Now, I believe we are going to have some Hydras popping up right here, so I do want to be a little careful. Let's have... Who is the fastest person? Is it Median? Yeah, I believe so. So I think as soon as we move one step past where we are right now, some Hydras are going to appear on that platform. Now, if I'm too reckless, I absolutely could take a little bit of damage. The no-death run is certainly not going to end down here. Wow, so Campbell's the slowest, huh? No, David. Wow, David. All right, my boy David, who I'm heaping praise. Oh, because they have slow. That's why. Duh. What am I doing? Man. All right, so here he comes. And Acid Breath. Okay, so, yeah, they're loving their Acid Breath today. But Median just doesn't give a shit at all. It's like, oh, great. You hit me with Acid Breath. Now my defense is still 85% of the maximum damage you can put out anyway. All right, so... Hedva, you're number 1 under the sun. What are we gonna do? Let's go Wendigo level 2 and bye! Yeah, sorry, old Hydra cocksucker. I just don't really get the feeling that you're gonna do too well against this. Yep. 103! Damn, girl! Hedva is just the golden goddess of Scenario 2. I mean, Hazuki is just a cutie with a booty, but Hedva is something special. All right, so here we go. Now we have, what are we looking at? 7 Hydras here. If I'm reckless, I could actually take a little bit of damage, so I'm actually going to have to focus in here. Now, let me take a look at the Hydra's agility. It's 14. Okay, so they all go dead last. So, what we're going to do is we're going to spread out, and we are going to skull fuck the Hydras. Now, if you guys notice, the Hydras each have 3 skulls, so there's going to be a lot of skull fucking going on here. Alright. Now, since there's so many, I don't really have the time or the patience to play around with them too much, so I'm actually going to bust out some AoEs. And I'm going to say, we're going to melt you fuckers. Yeah, have fun. Ignis is going to be cooking some Hydra meat real soon. Oh, you're dead. Later, Gator. The only thing about that, though, I guess that is a slight waste of friendship. Because, you know, Synthesis and Oriudo, they're already at, you know, soulmate status. So I could have had someone else hit that Hydra instead, but whatever. Okay, so Bernard. We could attack you. Why not? Put damage on him. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. So even if he doesn't die, he's asleep. So we don't have to worry about that one.